Alright guys, I'm back with another chapter in First Chronicles. We're in First Chronicles chapter 2, where the header reads Descendants of Israel, and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. The sons of Israel were Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. Judah had 3 sons from Beth-shua, a Canaanite woman. Their names were Onan, and Shelah. But the Lord saw that the oldest son, was a wicked man, so he killed him. Later Judah had twin sons from Tamar, his widowed daughter-in-law. Their names were Perez and Zerah. So Judah had 5 sons in all. The sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Zerah were Zimri, Ethan, Heman, Calcol, and Darda, 5 in all. The son of Carmi, a descendant of Zimri, was Achan, who brought disaster on Israel by taking plunder that had been set apart for the Lord. The son of Ethan was Azariah. The sons of Hezron were Jerahmeel, Ram, and Caleb. Ram was the father of Amminadab. Amminadab was the father of Nahshon, a leader of Judah. Nahshon was the father of Salmon. Salmon was the father of Boaz. Boaz was the father of Obed. Obed was the father of Jesse. Jesse's first son was Eliab. His second was Abinadab. His third was Shemiah. His fourth was Nathanael. His fifth was Radai. His sixth was Ozem, and his seventh was David. Their sisters were named Zeruiah and Abigail. Zeruiah, I think that's how you pronounce it, had 3 sons named Abishai, Joab, and Asahel. Abigail married a man named Jether, an Ishmaelite, and they had a son named Amasa. Hezron's son Caleb had sons from his wife Azubah and from Jerioth. Her sons were named Jesher, Shobab, and Ardan. After Azubah died, Caleb married Ephrathah, and they had a son named Hur. Hur was the father of Uri. Uri was the father of Bezalel. When Hezron was 60 years old, he married Gilead's sister, the daughter of Machir. They had a son named Segub. Segub was the father of Jair, who ruled 23 towns in the land of Gilead. But Gesher and Aram captured the towns of Jair, and also took Kenath and its 60 surrounding villages. All these were descendants of Machir, the father of Gilead. Soon after Hezron died in the town of Caleb, Ephrathah, his wife, Abijah, gave birth to a son named Asher, the father of Tekoa. The sons of Jerahmeel, the oldest son of Hezron, were Ram, the firstborn, Bunah, Oren, Ozem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had a second wife named Atara. She was the mother of Onam. The sons of Ram, the oldest son of Jerahmeel, were Maz, Jamin, and Akur. The sons of Onam were Shimei and Jadah. The sons of Shimei were Nadab and Abishur. The sons of Abishur and his wife Abihail were Abon and Molid. The sons of Nadab were Seled and Apam. Seled died without children, but Apam had a son named Ishi. The son of Ishi was Shishan. Shishan had a descendant named Alai. The sons of Judah, Shimei's brother, were Jether and Jonathan. Jether died without children, but Jonathan had 2 sons named Peleth and Zazah. These were all descendants of Jerahmeel. Shishan had no sons, though he did have daughters. He also had an Egyptian servant named Jerah. Shishan gave one of his daughters to be the wife of Jerah, and they had a son named Attai. Attai was the father of Nathan. Nathan was the father of Zebed. Zebed was the father of Ephlal. Ephlal was the father of Obed. Obed was the father of Jehu. Jehu was the father of Azariah. Azariah was the father of Helez. Helez was the father of Eliasib. Eleasah. Eleasah was the father of Sismai. Sismai was the father of Shalom. Shalom was the father of Jechamiah. Jechamiah was the father of Elishama. The descendants of Caleb, the brother of Jerahmeel, included Mesha, the firstborn, who became the father of Ziph. Caleb's descendants also included the sons of Marishah, the father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron were Korah, Tappuah, Rechem, and Shema. Shema was the father of Raham. Raham was the father of Jorkim. Rechem was the father of Shammai. The son of Shammai was Maon. Maon was the father of Bethzer. Caleb's concubine, Ephah, gave birth to Haran, Moza, and Gazez. Haran was the father of Gazez. The sons of Jahdai were Regem, Jotham, Gishon, Pelet, Ephah, and Shaph. Another of Caleb's concubines, Maacah, gave birth to Sheber and Tirhana. She also gave birth to Shaph, the father of Madmenah, and Shiva, the father of Mechbenah, and Gibeah. Caleb also had a daughter named Exah. These were all descendants of Caleb. The sons of Hur, the oldest son of Caleb's wife, Ephrathah, were Shabal, the founder of Kiriath Jearim, Salma, the founder of Bethlehem, and Hareph, the founder of Beth Gadar. The descendants of Shabai, the founder of Kiriath Jearim, were Hero, half the Mahanathites, and the families of Kiriath Jearim. The Ithrites, Puthites, Shumathites, and Mishrites, from whom came the people of Zorah and Eshtaol. The descendants of Salma were the people of Bethlehem, the Netophathites, Atroth Beth Joab, the other half of the Manahathites, the Zorites, and the families of scribes living at Jabez. The Tirathites, Shimeathites, and Sukathites, all these were Kenites, who descended from Hamath, the father of the family of Rechab. Goodness, guys. Chronicles is going to be brutal. That was the end of chapter 2. And so, with that, I do think it's interesting that this is just simply a recollection of what we have previously read, but simply just person to person. It really left out all, I won't say every single event, because there was one, and it interested me that it even added the fact that it was in there. What was it? 1 second, we'll see if I can find it. Is it David? Because, I mean, we went to King David, we had Solomon, we had all those things. The seventh son was David. Other descendants. I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, wait. Nope. Because one, it said, like, for some reason it added the fact that one of the individuals had ruled. Oh, here we go. And also, why did they mention the fact that they had ruled local towns? Say, when we were in verse 21, when Hezron was 60 years old, he married Gilead's sister, the daughter of Machir. They had a son named Segub. Segub was the father of Jair, who ruled 23 towns in the land of Gilead. But Geshur and Aram captured the towns of Jair. I don't know why it says that. I don't understand the significance, especially when just sentences previous to this, it mentions King David and King Solomon, who were the greatest and the wisest. So I don't understand why they added that. I don't know if there's specific context to maybe identify which one, because maybe there were multiple of that name. And so that's how they identified them as far as where they belonged and what they owned. But that is just I don't even know if that'd be an educated guess. That's just a guess. But no, continuing that, again, it's just the lineage, and I mentioned it the last video. It's interesting to see that I fall in the lineage of Christ just by simply being a follower. I know that I am a, what's the word I'm looking for now? A Gentile. I know that I'm not a Jew, and this is the Jewish heritage, the lineage of this family, but I'm woven into this family because I believe in Jesus. And so it's interesting to read it through that perspective. Other than that, I will end with that because, again, I'm just struggling through these names right now. Chronicles, again, I think is going to be a tough one for me. Yeah, because there's Second Chronicles is immediately following. They're not too long, but I definitely think that we're going to get more into events shortly after we do this genealogy, if you will. So on that note, have a great night. God bless. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll be back for chapter 3 of First Chronicles, where the header reads Descendants of David. And those are probably some of my favorite descendants. I love the story of Solomon and all the fantastic wisdom that we get there, but we'll continue that tomorrow. And other than that, have a great night. God bless, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.